What's up, YouTube? I'm Wafer, and thank you for tuning in to the I'll Just Ask Myself podcast. If you've subscribed to the channel, thank you. I truly appreciate you subscribing. If you left a comment, I really appreciate you leaving a comment, and I enjoy engaging with you guys. And also, could you please share the content? If you haven't subscribed to the channel, can you please subscribe to the I'll Just Ask Myself YouTube content page? Please share the content, and most importantly, please leave a comment. I really enjoy engaging with you guys. And also, leave me any ideas on content you'd like to see in the future, and I'll bring it to you guys. I truly appreciate you guys for tuning in. I'm Wafer, and this is the I'll Just Ask Myself podcast. Peace and love, baby.
Draymond Green was recently suspended for what appeared to be a karate chop. The karate chop landed on Phoenix Suns center, hitting him in the head and knocking him to the floor. Draymond was ejected and as a result was suspended indefinitely by the NBA. The Warriors recently issued a statement saying that they were willing to give Draymond all the help he needed so that he could fix whatever issues he's dealing with that leads him to these types of interaction. It's his second interaction just this year. He was suspended by the NBA for a chokehold he put on Minnesota Timberwolves
Right.
center Rudy Gobert. Draymond has found himself at the center of a lot of these situations, from stomping um, a player last year in the playoffs between the Sacramento Kings, and he's also, went viral and was in the media for punching ex-teammate Jordan Poole. Draymond has found himself in situations like this on several occasions. He was suspended from the NBA Finals. He also kicked someone during a game. How do you feel about Draymond Green and what's going on with this situation? We spoke about him in a prior interview, and you said that he's playing into a character. How do you feel
Right.
about the situations that have recently transpired?
Um, like I said before, Draymond's playing into a character. This tough guy, defensive stopper, bruiser, enforcer type character. Um, People love those type of characters. You know what I mean? They love those characters. Everyone needs an enforcer on every team. And the fans love it. They love this type of guy, the energy guy, the guy that's gonna dive on the ground for the loose balls. He's created a successful career with this character, and I think he doesn't know how to turn it off. You know what I'm saying? Because it looked like with the karate chop, the spinning karate chop, it looked like he it was just look flicked. It didn't look like a normal. I don't know if it was a backhand or what it was. Or if it was like a, I don't know. It's like it just didn't look right. It looked like his brain was like caught in between, the character and like, dang, if I hit this dude, I could get suspended. It looked like he was trying to pull it back, but playing into the characters, I mean, it's hard for him to get out of character. That character has made him a lot of money, 200 million. He's got relationships with some of the richest richest people on the planet. He's famous. He's a celebrity. So it's pretty hard for him to get out of the character. Um, I think that the Warriors saying that they're going to help him. I mean, it's a little too late for that. You're giving the guy $200 million. I think the only thing that'll make him stop is if Stephen Curry goes to him and say, "Look, Draymond, I can't fool with you no more. If you get in trouble, man, you're making me look bad." I think he'll stop. I think if Stephen Curry goes to him and says, "Look, man, we can't have no more of this. I'm vouching for you. You're my guy. You making me look bad." I He'll stop. You know what I'm saying? But it's crazy, man, and he's picking on these foreigners and Jordan Poole who happen to be light skinned. You know, I've never seen Draymond hit someone that you know is gonna hit back. I saw the interview Udonis Haslam did. He said he couldn't see himself swinging on you know on a certain teammate on certain teammates. That was kind of funny, you know. So Draymond he's strategic in what he's doing. He's very intelligent when it comes to basketball. He has a high basketball IQ. So I don't know if this is calculated. I don't know if this is a part of just the narrative, but everybody's talking about him. He's going viral. He's going viral. You know what I'm saying? If Draymond was just out there playing basketball, nobody's going to talk about him without the antics, without the screaming, and without all of the extracurricular activity. Nobody would know who Draymond Green is. So I respect it. I respect the hustle, man. Everything is about relevancy in today's time. If you can keep people talking about you, that's going to generate dollars. So he's remaining relevant. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's talking about him. His name is in the tabloids. He's gone viral. You know, and in the video I said earlier, I said he's made a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? He's had a great career and doing something that when it comes to basketball, that his ability is, if you look at guys that have made 100 million in the NBA, you won't find a guy that can't shoot, that's not athletic, and that's not skilled. You're not gonna be able to find that. You know what I'm saying? And this guy has made 200, 300 million, no, you know, made money off the court, set up generational wealth um, through the use of a character. And like I said, got to respect his hustle. I feel like Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson, when they were in their primes, when they were putting terror in defenses, when they could go off for 40 and 50 points, Draymond could, you know, you can't really see, you know what I'm saying? Those guys can cover up a lot of flaws. You can insert a number of guys into those systems back in the day, and they would have been just as successful, just because those guys were that good. And I think those guys' games, um, they're, you know, Father of Time is undefeated. Those guys aren't able to generate the type of points or create all of that attention on the defenses to give other teammates easier opportunities. I think some of the other players are being exposed. You know, they're running Stephen Curry in the ground. Klay Thompson, you know, he's having some struggles. It just hasn't been the same, you know, and that's hurting Draymond. It's exposing him, and I think that in order for him to remain relevant, you know, these type of situations, I think, you know, look like he's coming to protect his teammate. He gonna come choke out a 7 footer. Come on, man. Like a 7 footer, Rudy Gobert, you know, and that's my point. You see these foreigners, they don't react, you know, and to go into a deeper topic, that's why you're seeing the NBA bring over Redmanovich. You're seeing all these Redmanoviches everywhere, and you're seeing less black people. So hopefully Draymond can understand that his antics not only hurting himself, but it's doing a disservice to the African Americans, to the blacks that are trying to remain, keep a job in the NBA. The NBA isn't dealing with this anymore because everything is sponsorship. You know, especially with today's age and time, if you make a mistake, you can get canceled. You can lose a lot of sponsorship, and those sponsorships bring in a lot of money, man. That's why I feel like the NBA is going more towards the foreign route, the more European route, because you got guys like Draymond out there, acting like this. Um, and then when it comes time to, look at the numbers and the analytical data, the white man, systemic racism, and they ain't giving us fair opportunity. But you got this dude out here choking out people, throwing kung fu, spinning, whatever you want to call it, knocking people out. It's bad for business. You know, Hopefully Draymond realizes that it's not about him, moving forward, because the African American in basketball is becoming extinct. I really observe the game, and it's something that I'm noticing. Like, and hopefully he understands that. But I also understand that he needs to play into this narrative to this character, because that's how he brings value to his brand. That's how he brings value to, what that's how he brings value to his brand, but it's hurting the bigger brand, and they're not gonna stand for that. They're not gonna stand for it when it starts hurting dollars and they start losing sponsorships. Um, he'll be traded or shipped off, but long as it's not hurting the bottom line or the revenue, they'll pretty much put up with it. And long as Stephen Curry's happy, they'll pretty much put up with it. But once you start losing those sponsorships or whatever, you start seeing an outcry from the fans, I guarantee you that behavior will stop. But it looks like it's generating attention. It looks like it's creating clicks. So um, it's going to be interesting to see. But the NBA is trying to nip it in the bud. So like it's kind of hard to see where the situation is going. But I think that Draymond is doing himself a disservice, and he's doing a disservice to the African Americans who are trying to keep jobs in the NBA. The NBA is not going to keep putting up with this. They're going overseas, and you're seeing less and less blacks in the NBA, and the NBA doesn't want to deal with a lot of situations like this. So hopefully Draymond's able to get it together, but it's tough because I understand this is how he makes his money, is by this character, this tough guy character. This I'm an enforcer, so but you know it's just interesting to see. We'll see how it unfolds.